So I had quite a long period of pain in my back for about 4 months. It was lower back, right down into my leg, all the way down to my feet. Had quite a few shooting pains, and in the mornings very painful to get up. It just started one morning and it carried on for months. I went to see some chiropractors, GPs, and the recommendation that I got was I had a herniated disc. I had an MRI done and that showed a very severe prolapse disc, and recommendation was to do exercises and hopefully that would resolve the pain. Didn't work for me, so continued down that path, and I was recommended to take a epidural as part of the treatment, and again another way of alleviating the painful symptoms that I was having, and again these stopped me from going to work. I was limping at the point when it was at its worst. I went away, thought about it, took the epidural as a sort of a precursor to possible operation, and had that done. Cortisone injections were part of that, and it worked for me for about 2 or 3 weeks. 3 weeks into after the injections, the pain started to return, and within a few days after that 3-week period, I was back to where I was before, if not worse. And at this point, it had been 7 months now of having obviously very painful symptoms. I went back to see my GP at the time, and again we were trying to go through various options as to what I could do next, and obviously the main option that kept on being presented was having an operation. Obviously not wanting to go down that path, I explored various options that I could find, and IDD came about as something to try. So I contacted the guys at Spinal, and I came in to see them. Had a conversation about what happened, conversation about obviously all the symptoms and the path I'd gone through, showed them the MRI scan that had been taken, and they recommended obviously trying out the IDD for a number of sessions and seeing how I went. Initially we talked about 20. Obviously I was a little bit dubious trying something out for the first time, and obviously nothing had worked up until then, so just gave it a go. And first 10 sessions, not really much in way of improvement, and I was still limping a lot of the time, and I couldn't walk very far, couldn't drive a car, so sitting at a desk was also quite painful. So but we carried on going through, obviously having each of the sessions, and by about 12 or 13 started to get a little bit better, started to feel a little bit of improvement. The limping started to cut down, and I carried on doing it, and now I've just had north of about 23 or 24 sessions, and I can say I can now walk without pain for a good few days of the week, and I'm 80% better than I was, and that was obviously for symptoms I had for over a year. And it seems now after each session I'm getting better and better. I'm actually now just down to 1 session a week, and that's obviously again working for me quite happily, where I was up to 3 or 4 a week. And I'm feeling, as I said, better and better by the week. The pain, as I said, is 80% better, so I'm still getting some pain in my lower back, but early in the mornings. But after obviously a little bit of walking around, that starts to subside quite quickly. The pain in the leg, again, completely gone for the most part. I have the odd tinge every now and again, but nothing compared to what it used to be. So from my perspective, it's been, the IDD's worked wonders for me. So I recommend it to anyone.